This is the year of the environment. You're going to be hearing all year from William and Mary people who champion sustainability around the world. Our convocation speaker is at the forefront of innovation in the energy sector. He's here tonight to give you a picture of how broad one's impact can be as one takes what one learns from a liberal arts and sciences education and pursues a deep passion of making the world better over the long term. Darpan Kapadia leads as Chief Operating Officer at LS Power, one of the largest power generation, transmission, and energy infrastructure companies in the United States. At William & Mary, Mr. Kapadia studied economics, and he served as class pres. This year, he will chair the William & Mary Foundation, and in 2023, he made a leadership gift expanding funding for William & Mary students pursuing unpaid or underfunded internships so that they could seek the path that matters to them. We're pleased to have Mr. Kapadia and his wife, Erica Olin, with us. Please welcome Darpan Kapadia.
Thank you, President Rowe, for that generous introduction and for the privilege of addressing the class of 2029, our graduate students, transfer students, and guests. It's truly an honor. 34 years ago, I made the same decision you all did to make this campus my next home. I chose William & Mary because it was a place where big ideas met deep roots, a place where important people came to think and then went off to change the world. People like Jefferson, Washington, Monroe, Marshall. So when I got here, that first week, really, that very first day, I did a lot of thinking as well about how to get into the fraternity parties. Not easy as a freshman guy. Whether to play beach volleyball at DuPont with my shirt on or off, another high-stakes decision. And how to blow dry my 1990s party in the back, over the collar, Long Island mullet in a communal bathroom. Let's just say, no good answers there. So I know that today, after your first day of classes, the big picture probably isn't top of mind just yet. But once you settle in, I hope it will be. With that said, let me share a few lessons I learned while here and in the 30 years since, and maybe some of it will stick. Lesson number 1, own your time here. At our company, LS Power, we talk a lot about ownership. Owning the risks and opportunities, individually and collectively. We're building the future of energy, clean and reliable power generation, battery storage, EV charging, and the infrastructure that connects it all. Taking responsibility for our work, our decisions, and each other, that's what allows us to innovate. Likewise, I'd encourage all of you to take ownership of your education and your experience at William & Mary. That starts with a clean slate. Leave behind the application narrative you crafted to get here, perhaps shaped by counselors, AI, and yes, your parents. As a parent of college-age students, I can tell you we sometimes struggle to distinguish between what you want and we want it. So use this time to explore anything and everything that sparks your interest. And get to know the faculty. They have a passion for learning and a desire to teach. That's why they chose this place. Drop by, ask about their research, seek their advice, find your mentor or mentors. Get to know them outside of the classroom. I played racquetball with my econ professors and grabbed drinks at the Leaf with my philosophy professor. And let me tell you, his classes made a lot more sense over a few beers. Also, find one non-academic pursuit that really excites you. For me, it was student government. For you, it could be community service, research, or even starting a business. You will never have more agency over your time than you do right now. It's likely that one of these experiences will be your most formative. And learn from each other. Today, you can accumulate more information than you'll ever need without leaving your kitchen table. Instead, you came here to learn from your community. Some of the biggest ideas you'll encounter may come from those sitting around you. One may also become your best friend or your future spouse. Think about that. If you make your own academic choices, explore the world beyond the classroom, and partner with faculty and each other, you will curate an educational experience that is wholly your own. When you're the architect, you value it more. That leads me to the second lesson. Lesson number 2, don't get on the treadmill. Of course, I'm not talking about aerobic exercise. You should do your cardio. What I'm talking about is the treadmill of life. The belief that one step must lead to the next, and then to the next. It's the belief that if you take these classes, join these clubs, and get these grades, then you'll get into this university. It's a belief that once you're here, you'll do it again, and you'll land the perfect internship and the perfect first job. So you run, and you run, head down, no room to turn left or right, to zig or zag, worried that any misstep, any slight trip up will lead to a faceplant. That's life on the treadmill. I urge you to resist the temptation to think this way. I know it's hard. I see it with my own kids. Classes, clubs, grades, internships, they matter a lot, but only if you're pursuing them for the right reasons. Curiosity, discovery, growth, not just to check boxes. That's why I've supported internships and hands-on experiences for students. If there's an internship you want but can't accept because it's unpaid, William & Mary will help fill the gap. We want to give you the freedom to try new things, to explore your passions, to take risks. The prescribed and predictable rarely leads to something truly worthwhile. So change is okay. I wanted to be a lawyer until I didn't, a politician until I didn't, a PhD economist until I didn't, a consultant until I didn't. 21 years ago, I left Goldman Sachs, a global investment bank, for a then-known little energy company called Ellis Power. My mom teared up. We came to this country with very little, so she couldn't understand the decision. But she trusted me, and I wish she were here to see what we've built together. My dad, on the other hand, not the type to worry, still is not sure what we do, but he loves the company's merch, head to toe. That's how he wears his pride. My North Star was the search for meaningful work with people I respected. Every pivot I made along the way was just a tactical step toward that end. So feel free to change majors. Try varied experiences over the summers. Take a first job that has nothing to do with your college essays. Have faith that your liberal arts education will prepare you for the world you're entering, and any zigging and zagging you may do. Technology has commoditized information. It's everywhere. But understanding, empathy, problem solving, judgment, that's what's valuable. And that's what you'll build here. AI can't do that for you. At least that's what ChatGPT told me to say. So lesson number 1, take ownership. Lesson number 2, don't get on the treadmill. And if you're on it already, pull that little red cord thing to pause and step off. Lesson number 3, don't live for your resume. I believe the writer David Brooks is one of our great modern thinkers. He talks about living for your eulogy, not your resume. He explains that resume virtues are the ones you bring to the marketplace. Eulogy virtues are the ones discussed at your funeral. Whether you were honest, dependable, a good person. Now, I don't want to dwell on your demise on your first day of school. That's a little bit dark, but there's value in the concept. So let's reframe it. Call them your graduation virtues. What your friends will say when you cross that stage. So until then, cultivate those qualities. Be kind, listen well, make others feel valued, stay humble, stay curious, develop deep connections. Those friendships will be your rock throughout your lifetime. Invest your time, your ideas, and your talent in missions bigger than yourself. For me, it was sustainability and the environment. Yours may be something else. And be ready to commit to this university. While you're here, take. When you leave, pay it forward. None of us does this alone. That's why I'm here today. I'm committed to supporting the institution that built the pieces of who I am. Lifting William & Mary up will lift all of you up, and you all will make the difference. After you walk through these doors, as the days pass, you'll quickly shift from lofty ideals to the practicalities of daily life. Getting to class, updating your resume, applying for internships. But try to pause and check yourself from time to time. Am I enjoying what I'm learning? Am I becoming a better person? Am I on the path to greater fulfillment? Let's recap the lessons. 1, own your time here. 2, step off the treadmill. 3, build your graduation virtues. 4 years from now, you'll be at your actual graduation. And at that time, you'll be eager to take on the world. But this campus will always feel like home. Trust me, this place and the people who make it shaped me in ways I didn't fully understand until years later. How I think, how I lead, the values I try to live by. So savor every moment. You are now an essential part of William & Mary's 333-year legacy. Make us proud. Congratulations, good luck, and thank you. Thank you.